Yes, Chair.
When did you meet Ms. Dudu Myeni for the first time?
Well, I bumped into Mrs. Dudu Myeni. He hopes that she's giving it to Zuma. And the payment was for the foundation, apparently.
Which foundation?
For the Jacob Zuma Foundation.
What position, to your knowledge, did Ms. Myeni occupy at the time?
She was at the SAA. Are you talking in respect of...
In respect of the foundation?
I think she was the chairperson of the foundation.
All right. So,
well, you said two things. One was that the payment was for Mr. Zuma, and then you said the payment was for the foundation.
Correct.
Which is which?
Well, it was for the foundation, Chair.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I didn't express it properly. It was for the Jacob Zuma Foundation.
Oh, okay, all right.
that's what you were told?
That's what I was told, Chair.
Okay.
And how was that payment made? Cash, check?
Well, the strange thing is it was always cash.
And to whom was that payment made?
The payment was made to Dudu Myeni.
You say it was always cash.
Always.
Is that because you were involved in counting it or putting it together, or how do you know it was always cash?
Chair, because on occasion I would have to arrange to pack the money, even though I wasn't delivering the money, but I would have to pack the money in this regard.
Were you ever present when cash was delivered to Ms. Myeni?
Yes, I was, Chair.
Do you remember when that was, by any chance? In terms of the year, or roundabout what period?
Chair, I remember the time at the Sheraton, and I can't recall the dates of the other times, but they were within a year of each other. It was a few times.
Which year?
That's a good question. I think I referred to it in my actual statement, where I got documentation. So I just want to have a look quickly because I've got so much running on in my head at the moment. Chair, I can't recall the year at the moment. I think it was in the region of 2013, 2012. It'll come up in the statement later on.
Okay. Now, was it on one occasion only that you personally witnessed cash being given to Ms. Dudu Myeni?
No, there were a few occasions, Chair.
It was a few occasions.
Yes.
Did you yourself at any stage deliver this kind of cash to her?
No, I was merely present when it happened.
And who delivered the cash to her on the occasions on which you witnessed this?
On two of the occasions it was Gavin Watson. On one occasion it was Mr. Trevor Matenjwa.
Okay, thank you.
Would you relate the incident to the Chair, please, that you referred to in paragraph 41.3 of your affidavit?
And maybe before he does so, the venue, you have mentioned the venue in respect of at least one occasion when cash was given to Ms. Myeni and you were present, and you said that was at the Sheraton Hotel in Pretoria. Is that right? Do you remember what the venue or venues were in regard to any of the other occasions when you personally witnessed delivery of cash to her?
Chair, I cannot recall if it was 2 or 3 times, or if it was only twice, really.
Yes.
But at our offices, she would actually come through for a visit and a discussion with Watson. And I know that there was, I saw there once or twice, or 2 or 3 times at least. I can't remember exactly how many times at the office.
Yes, so the 2 venues you remember are the Sheraton Hotel and Bosasa premises.
Correct.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Would you tell the Chair, please, of the incident in paragraph 41.3 of your affidavit?
Chair, one morning, it was early in the morning at about 5 to 6, Gavin Watson asked me, he needed to impress Myeni, and he asked me, how do we do it? So I said, well, don't ask me, ask my wife. I mean, what do I know? So my wife said to him, well, you should go and buy a nice handbag at Louis Vuitton. I think my wife was actually hinting that I must go buy one for her, but nonetheless, the handbag was, she arranged it, the handbag was actually delivered and then Gavin Watson put 300,000 rand in the bag and he delivered it. And I know this because even
after... He delivered it to whom?
To Dudu Myeni.
Right. So he delivered a Louis Vuitton handbag purchased in the circumstances to which you've now referred. 300,000 rand was placed in the bag. How do you know that?
Well, because, quite simply, I was there. I knew what was happening. And then Dudu Myeni afterwards actually thanked me personally for choosing the right bag for her.
All right. Now, you're moving very fast through the facts, and it's important that we take them step by step,
yes,
Mr. Agrizzi.
Okay.
Arrangements were made for the purchase of the handbag.
That's correct.
The handbag was delivered to Bosasa, was it?
Well, someone collected it and brought it to Bosasa.
Correct. And then you say 300,000 rand in cash was placed in the bag.
That is correct.
Did you observe that?
I saw it.
Do you know
and
what
who
happened?
placed it?
Gavin Watson, Chair.
Thank you.
Do you know what happened to the bag with the cash inside?
It was delivered to Dudu Myeni.
How do you know that?
Because afterwards, she came to, when I saw her again, she actually thanked me for the bag because she felt that it was a nice bag. It was it made a statement for her.
Right.
So you were not present when the bag was delivered to her, but she subsequently acknowledged to you that she had received the bag.
That is correct, Chair.
Thank you.
Chair, can I clarify one thing? Because I just want to clarify that because certain reporters report certain things.
Yes.
And they're busy tweeting probably as we speak. And I just want to clarify, my wife never bought a bag. Somebody else went and collected the bag and paid for it.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Definitely not my wife. And she didn't put money in the bag.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you receive any report from Mr. Gavin Watson in relation to the fate of the handbag and the cash that you placed in the bag?
He said she was over the moon. She was very, very happy with the bag.
Did he say anything about the money in the bag?
I'm trying to recall now. No, I can't recall exactly what was said right now.
The payments of 300,000 rand, were these regular payments?
There were monthly
Were there
payments.
in fact more than one? Was there in fact more than one payment?
There were 300,000 rand per month.
How do you know that?
Because on a monthly basis I'd have to draw accordingly for Mr. Watson.
Do these details appear in code or otherwise in your black book or on the lists?
You must remember that certain of the payments on the high-profile people, they might appear on my list maybe once or twice, but normally they'd be done by Mr. Watson himself, and he didn't like to keep record. He always said that he's never signed anything or written anything down on a piece of paper because he could get caught out.
Would you check that, please, for us? Whether her name appears in code or otherwise in your black book or on the lists.
I will check it.
And you were, may I remind you, also going to check the two other names we mentioned.
Norman.
Was there any other relationship between Ms. Myeni and Gavin Watson or Bosasa? And by any other relationship, I mean, was there any other activities or favors or benefits, according to yourself, afforded to or through Ms. Myeni?
Most definitely. There were times when she would call on Gavin Watson to arrange functions, high-end functions, expensive functions for Jacob Zuma. And then there were times that she needed stuff done at her house in terms of security and that. And all that was arranged. We didn't bother asking questions or getting approvals. We just went ahead and did it.
Would you look at Exhibit S2, please, at page 697?
Before you do so, why was it that when she made a request, you never asked questions, you just did it, as you have said?
Because she was very, very important. She could swing deals and she was powerful.
In what way was she important and powerful?
Well, let me give you an example, if I may, Chair. We had a meeting at one stage we were working with a company called Falcon Oil and Gas in terms of the fracking transaction in the Northern Cape. Now, Falcon Oil and Gas own the portion below the one that's owned by BP and the rest. We needed legislation changed, number one. Number two is we needed the buy-in of Chevron. And I'll give you an example where Chevron had arranged with Standard to conduct interviews on potential partners at their offices. We were the only company that could refuse to do that and insist that they meet at our offices. She was instrumental in that type of thing because people realized that she was very close to the president and she could really call the shots. So in that instance, it was beneficial having her there.
Okay, thank you.
So she was powerful, or is powerful.
Thank you.
In fact, Mr. Agrizzi, you deal with the Karoo fracking transaction and the involvement of Ms. Myeni in the very next paragraph. But before we get there, can we please look at page 698 of Exhibit S2?
Correct.
What is this document?
That is one of the letters I happen to have, which were thank you letters from the foundation for a birthday party that was arranged for, at that stage, it was President Zuma.